Good morning and welcome to day 26. And I just had my first run-in with some pilgrims who thought I was walking on the wrong side of the street because the arrows were on the other side of the street. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to dwell on this original Camino follow the arrows thing, but there are arrows on both sides of the street. So we're both going to get there. Anyway, it was nice of them to let me know that they thought I was going the wrong way. So I just smiled and waved. So we are now leaving Estella on our way to Irachi. And if anybody remembers from last year, Irachi is where there's a monastery and a bodega. So, oh, there's the monastery. You can see it from here. Look at that. Check it out. We're going there for wine. Yes, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Last year, we approached the bodega in our sweatbox. This year, oh, the sun is out. Well, you saw that in the last shot. That was the sun, for those of you that have never seen it before. And coming up is a fountain of wine, which many of you may have never seen before either, unless you watched my videos last year. Of course, for those of you that haven't seen it, I'll show you really quickly again. This is the Fuente de Arache. There's free wine for pilgrims. There's a webcam up there. You can watch people drink wine. Whew. Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.
And if you don't have a glass, you can buy one to drink wine. St. James, the bodega, the fountain. It's pretty neat. Fuente de Arache, bodegas. Camino on this side, Camino on that side, water on this side. We'll get a little of both. I showed you the monastery last year. I don't remember looking at it, but there it is. All I remember last year is it raining and wanting wine and then wanting to leave because it was raining. Anyway, we're off that way. Put on some sunscreen. Well, I doubt I showed you this view last year in the rain. What a great view. We're not too far from the bodega. We have our wine for later. Oh yeah, it's great. Still along the Pyrenees. We'll get away from them soon. I mean, we're getting away from them now. So we're about 3.5, 4 miles into the day, and we're coming up on our first town. There it is, right over there. No idea what it's called. If I feel like figuring it out, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you know, you guys could always look it up. I left from Estella, 3.5 miles from Estella. Here's another town. Probably on Google Maps. I could probably look it up on Google Maps too. Well, I didn't know what the name of the town was. Right here, someone painted it on a wall. Can you read that? Azqueta or Azueta or something like that. For those of you that speak Spanish. Sorry for my pronunciation. And here in Azqueta, somebody's rose bush needs a little help. But that's kind of cool. Yeah, we just came up the hill. I know, shocking surprise. Whew. This is Azqueta. This is the view. Those are invading pilgrims. I better go. So looking back, that's where we came from. And we're coming up on another town. There's something way up there at that peak. No idea what it is. And there's this little something right here. No idea what that is. And that I would say is a bell tower there in the middle. We'll go find out. Okay, so this structure is something that I'm not quite sure, but it's a fountain of some kind. Maybe you wash clothes, maybe you took a bath. I don't know, I could walk down there and find out. But water doesn't look very clean. So I think we'll just head off towards the town, which is this way. Ooh, more bell towers. There's something going on down here. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this place with the towers is a bodega. I mean, I see the big, huge barrels, and I see the fields of grapes, or vineyards. But that up there, that bell tower is a church. And I remember this place now. This is Villa Mayor de Montjourdin. I know that sounds more French. It's probably something else in Spanish. But yeah, one of the guys I met last year wants to come back here. He was in seminary school, and he wants to have his own ministry here, you know, and a place for albergue for pilgrims and all that cool stuff. Anyway, so I'm sure whatever that place is up there on top, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of far. I'm not going. Sorry, guys. Maybe next time. So if I told you this story...
2 hours, 30
oh yeah,
minutes
perfect
completed.
timing.
You covered
Way to go,
8.58
GPS. You just know when to interrupt things.
Your current
huh?
speed is
Thanks a lot.
3.9 miles per hour.
3.9 miles an hour, that's pretty quick. Anyway, yeah, the story about this place, I'm sure I've told you. It's really hot out here. The sun's shining. It's only 9 o'clock. There's the sun. You can see it. And there is not a lick of shade for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles. And I think the shade that we're going to is way over there somewhere by those mountains. Because we go around the mountains and that's where the shade is. But Nas got so hot 2 years ago. She decided to camp out in the shade next to a farm vehicle, which worked out great until she was laying underneath it and he decided to start the car and drive away. Sorry, Nas. Anyway, today is not as hot, but last year was so much nicer when it was like rainy and overcast. I know, Rob doesn't like the rain, but last year he didn't mind it as much. Oh, Nas, if only someone would have done this for you 2 years ago. I got a stand and chairs and shade. Look at that. I don't know how they did it so quickly, but well, I guess 2 years isn't quick, because things don't happen very fast in Spain. Most of you know that. It's not a judgment, it's an observation. So today's views have been a lot of the same, because we've been walking in one direction. Now, we've made a 90-degree turn another direction. And over there, we're going to go 90 degrees back to where the shade is, down there, where the end of those trees are, and those little bushes are. And we might take a break. Yeah, probably will. It's hot. And finally, after about 3.5, maybe 4 miles, 3.5, we've come to the shade. This is the shady spot. Ah, yes. And it's pretty funny because a little whiles back, I didn't film it, but there was a vehicle just like the one Nas was sleeping under. Alright, let's go take a break in the shade. But yeah, I didn't want to make too much fun of Nas, because Nas is pretty cool. Hope you see this, Nas. Shade. Whew! We've just come through the small valley there, after the shade that we took a break in, finished the rest of our water. It's a good thing we only have about a mile to go, because we're out of water already. But that's because it's a hot, sunny day. We're headed that way. Ooh, there's a pilgrim. Look at that. But yeah, that sun. Wah! So we've arrived in Los Arcos, and we're at the other side of town where the albergue is. And it's not open yet. So this is what pilgrims do when it's not open. They sleep on benches, they drink water, they put their bags in the ground. They, yeah, all just waiting. We look inside the door, hope that someone's going to come out. Yeah. So we're here in Los Arcos. This is the square. I know I showed you the church before. We're not going to go inside. But there is something that we haven't seen before. Well, I haven't seen before. And like, there are these wooden slats. They look temporary. I mean, they are temporary. I mean, if you look over here, there's some just sitting on the ground. And kind of wondering what they're for. Nicolas has an idea, so he's going to go ask. And then I'll let you know. And yeah, here's another one. I mean, this is totally temporary, but it's made out of wood and has all these numbers on it. And Nicolas, what is it? Okay, so Nicolas asked, and what we found out is they told us to come over here, where it says Toril. What does that mean? Well, they have a sort of running of the bulls here, except they're not bulls; they're just cows. And yeah, they run them through the town, like we're in Pamplona, but we're not in Pamplona. So that's something new from Los Arcos that you never saw before, and neither did I. Thanks for asking, Nicolas. Welcome. It's almost 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. that is, and we've procured breakfast for tomorrow. We got these really weird statues here in the grass outside the albergue, but I just wanted to show you the sun and the clouds, because it's kind of neat. Anyway, that's the end of today. Time to go to sleep. Yes, with the sun still out. Okay, maybe in an hour.